biggest differences I see between amateur pre-shot routine and a professional pre-shot routine, one is the time frame, two is just the thought that goes into the shots we're trying to hit. So typically as an amateur, what we tend to see, we get to a par 4, we haven't considered anything, we just grab the golf ball, put it in the ground, have a quick look up, there we go, hit it. Now, there's all sorts that's wrong with that, okay? Number one, placing the ball on the tee and having no idea on what you're going to be doing with the shot. Well, this particular hole here, we've got a fairway that sits from us left to right, water hazard all the way down the right hand side, a bit of room up the left hand side. So professional advice would be tee the ball up on the left hand or the right hand side, okay? Even if as myself, I'm a drawer of the golf ball, I'm aiming it over here, I just aim it up the middle to the left edge, okay? So first piece of advice, we're going to be looking at the hole ahead of us and working out, you know, where is the trouble. And the trouble's on the right, so we tee up to the right and we aim a little further up from that. Okay. Secondly, as a professional golfer, once I've figured that part out, what I'm then going to be doing is working out the practice swing for the appropriate shot. So let's say, for instance, I want to hit a cut shot. So I'm setting up on the right, I'm going to try and hit a cut shot. When I step back behind the golf ball here, I'm going to be trying to work on my cut swing. So I feel like the club needs to stay outside the hands on the way down, face needs to stay open. So I'm going to be doing my rehearsal swings specifically for the shot that I'm visualising, okay? Again, most amateurs don't visualise. They just stand up and they're just swinging. And they're swinging for the sake of swing. More often than not on a playing lesson, when I ask a player, why do you practice swing before you hit the golf ball? The answer is, I don't know, just to make sure I'm loose. Well, that isn't the reason, it's not a valid reason to be making a practice swing. A practice swing should be purposeful. If I want to hit a draw shot, then I need to be working on my draw practice swing. If I'm trying to hit the cut, I need to be working the feeling, because again, I want to send a positive message to the brain to say, look, this is the swing I'm trying to replicate when I get over the golf ball. Secondly, players are not looking at things like the elements. You know, again, we're teeing up on the right hand side today because there's a wind blowing slightly off the left hand side. Now, if I tee it up on the left hand side of the tee block and then I try to hit my big roping draw like most amateurs will do when the par 4 gets a bit longer, my start line's now out over the river. I've not only my aiming there, which is probably a poor mistake anyway, I've now got the wind going there, and traditionally most players struggle to hit a draw shot. So, but they get surprised when they see the ball end up in the middle of the river when they really shouldn't, because the mistake started in the pre-shot. So we need to assess the elements. And ultimately, again, the final part I'm looking at is where would I like the golf ball to finish? What a pro will do is take their time to stare at that specific location and really hone in on it. Whereas again, most amateurs are looking down here, but the eyes are wandering. They're not really focused on what they're trying to do. And be honest with yourself, if you're one of these players, when you look down at your target, whether it be the fairway or the green, are you actually focused on a small spot, or is your mind wandering to the potential danger? Because again, a good pro is not looking at that potential danger. So I'm going to quickly walk you through the entire routine without the talking, so you can see what it would look like. So you would have noticed there that when I stood over the golf ball, I had a few extra looks. It took a little bit of time. That whole routine there would have taken under 40 seconds. Okay? So for most players, an extra 10 or 15 seconds on what they would normally do with a degree of focus would produce a much, much better outcome.